Welcome back to another We Be Talking. Today is episode 19. I'm Justin.
What is up? I'm Logan.
And together we're Cowshock. Ooh, 19 weeks into this. Surprisingly quick 19 weeks, actually. Every week I'm like, damn, what are that many in?
That's true. It's been... Yeah, 19's a lot.
Yeah, we're almost through like another anime season. It's almost done.
Yeah. Wow.
And Goblin Slayer got delayed, so it won't finish in this year, which means it cannot be a contender for Anime of the Year for us.
Oh.
It wasn't going to be, I don't think, anyway, but...
Right. I mean, yeah, obviously.
Like, when there's this... I don't know. I like it, obviously, but it's not like a huge, deep thing.
I don't think... It wouldn't have won Anime of the Year anyway.
No, yeah. That's why I don't think it would be a contender. Because I'm like, the other things we have, it's like, it's not that level.
All right.
But that'll be a video coming in probably a couple weeks, actually. We might upload it either the last day of the year or the first or the first day of next year. Somewhere in there, I think.
The last day, quite the procrastination. The very, very last day.
Well, we gotta wait for a couple of the anime to finish, because some are finishing this year.
Yeah, true. We'll get a list going.
Yeah, we'll get it going, but let's just start jumping into the actual anime news of the week. Right. How about that? Shonen Jump will now be free to read with $2 premium plans announced. So yeah, Viz Shonen Jump will be free for you to read all your manga, which is unexpected.
Yeah, that was kind of... I saw there was like, oh, there's an announcement for Shonen Jump. I saw it on Twitter, and I saw everyone was like, Bleach? No. Not Bleach. Free Shonen Jump. I was like, oh, all right, that's kind of neat.
Yeah, and it costs $2 a month for members to get access to new chapters as well as back catalog of nearly everything they've ever released in English. So the free version will probably get you some, I don't know, like stuff like a week late, I'm guessing, kind of like Crunchyroll or something, but with manga instead of anime.
Yeah.
But, you know, so as this article puts it, you have no excuse to not get it from the legit source now.
Right.
No, it doesn't, you know, Shonen Jump is still a fraction of everything that's out there. Let's see. Netflix is getting it on Ghost in the Shell. They're going to be just streaming the latest installments of... I can't believe Ghost in the Shell has so many stuff.
For real. They just had a movie. Now they have, Netflix time.
So yeah. This is the new installment. Ghost in the Shell SAC 2045. It's going to be, for the first time in the series, it's going to be co-directed by two creators. The guy who did the Standalone Complex, which is way back, and then the Shinji Aramaki, who's done Appleseed and Starship Troopers Invasion. I forgot Starship Troopers had like an anime thing that was just awful.
That was just awful. Damn. No sugarcoating.
Well, sometimes that happens. I say Netflix is trying to get in on this anime craze. They've been...
Yeah, they've had...
This was kind of like the first year where they started like hardcore pushing it.
Yeah, because usually they just had like the super popular ones.
Yeah, and now they were starting to pump out originals. And some of them have been really good. Some of them not so good. But that happens to everyone. So let's keep an eye out for whatever Netflix does.
Right. I support,
more anime.
The more anime and the more industries and companies supporting anime, the better.
Exactly. Okay. My Sister, My Writer, the Blu-ray release has been delayed by 2 months. How does a Blu-ray get delayed by 2 months? Circumstances of production. Okay. Guess that means they were not able to get enough copies made, or something happened and the discs were faulty, or who knows.
I have no idea, but poor delay. 2 months isn't that bad though. It could have been like 2 years or something.
Yeah, well, it's obviously been out. They just need to get it on Blu-ray and
Right.
DVD. I guess it's DVD, Blu-ray, but
I've never actually bought a Blu-ray for anime.
I have Blu-rays. Now that's the standard because DVD is what, 480p. I ain't doing that.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if I have any. Oh yeah, I have Spice and Wolf on Blu-ray. That's about it. I bought my brother Cowboy Bebop on Blu-ray, and Outlaw Star. So I have his old copy of those. And then some of the stuff I have is old, so there are no Blu-rays of them. But I don't really look out to buy anime that often, just because we've talked about this, how expensive they are most of the time.
It's kind of wild.
I only care to own my top 10, but some of that's never going to happen. Like the Rurouni Kenshin full set, that ain't never happening.
Unless you get super money.
Yeah, unless I get super money. We're all trying to get the full set for some of those, because they're kind of like older. It's like a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Okay, the anime adaptation of the baseball manga Mix is coming April 2019.
Hey, more sports anime. Woo!
Yeah, baseball. Who cares about freaking baseball?
Right. Well, I'm sure sports anime can make it exciting, or anime baseball can.
I've heard Diamond Ace is good. I think that's the one.
Yeah.
But that would require me to actually, like, when there's a priority list, right, of all this anime we have to watch, baseball's never going to be up there. It could be, people could be like, this is the greatest anime ever made. I'm like, it's baseball, all right, it's going down at the bottom of the list.
Tell us how you really feel.
And it'll never get to the top of the list because there's always other stuff being added to the list.
Right. When it comes to sports anime, baseball's, I haven't even seen a baseball one. But, you know, maybe one day.
It's just like all the other random sports. It's like, oh, there's a badminton sport one.
Yeah. Oh,
badminton. I don't watch badminton, but I'll watch it because it's not baseball.
Oh, there's like bicycling and
bicycling, yeah.
Archery. Anything but baseball.
That's just anything but baseball. Poor baseball. Why do you have to be boring? Okay, the Mirai, it's an anime movie, earns a Global Globe nomination for Best Animated Film category. So, not too many, I think, even get nominated for Global Globes. And it's competing against Incredibles 2.
Well,
Isle of Dog, Ralph Breaks the Internet, and then Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. So, I need to watch Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. I've heard that's really good. Incredibles 2, fantastic. I would be surprised if it doesn't win this.
It'll probably win. Most anime movies don't get recognition from like these type of events really at all.
Yeah, which is why it's cool that this got nominated in there. I haven't seen
like
Mirai.
I think one year Your Name might have gotten nominated and lost to like Boss Baby or something dumb.
Dude, Boss Baby is actually a pretty good movie.
I mean,
I've only seen it because, you know, I have my 2-year-old nephew. And it's actually not that bad of a movie.
Yeah, not that bad isn't award winning though.
I haven't seen Your Name either though, but I didn't mean that as a negative. It's not that bad, but I'm trying to be careful so I don't get like made fun of for liking the movie.
Well, is it award winning, Justin?
I have no idea.
You've seen it.
I wouldn't call it award winning.
All right. You could say you liked it. You ain't gonna get ostracized.
How clumsy you are, Miss Ueno.
Very.
is getting a anime. So usually what most of our stories are, something's getting an anime. Here we go. Based on the comedy manga by Takahashi about a brilliant but socially awkward girl inventor who uses mad science as an excuse to try to get closer to the boy that she likes. So, obviously we know the real... I'm looking at the poster for it. So, she's kind of like a lolly. And it's an upskirt picture.
Quality.
But underneath her skirt, and it's like the panties are like space, and it looks like the characters are getting sucked into it.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, so
just whoop.
That's why I paused. I was not expecting to see that when I scrolled down. That tells you how early I look into these stories. It's called As I'm Doing Them. I do grab all the stories early and then I just don't read them. I just look at the title and says, yeah, this is something we'd run. Alright, an anime adaptation of the light novel. Oh my god, is this the full actual title? All points are divided to VIT because a painful one isn't light. So, okay, vitality is what the VIT stands for. So, it's a light novel. It's getting an adaptation. So, let's see. The print has surpassed 250,000 copies. So, that's pretty decent. The novel has been viewed more than 60 million times on Japanese publishing websites. So I'm guessing it's very popular.
It sounds pretty popular.
Well, by looking at the type of characters, I can see why. I know how it is over there.
I know what they like. Hey.
The story is set in the world of VR MMO called New World Online. The protagonist, Maple, who knows little about games, divides all her status points to defensive power vitality. She becomes very slow, can't use magic, and is punched around even by a rabbit. However, she finds out she feels no pain and receives 0 damage. As a result of the intensive use of her points, she gets a skill of absolute defense and deadly counter skills. As mobile fortress type rookie, now she can disable all kinds of attacks and overcome any barriers with her lethal poison skill. Meanwhile, she doesn't realize her own unusuality. So, I mean, any other character could literally go do that and copy her, right? Who wants to be the tank? All right, put all your points of vitality and you just tank for us because you don't take damage.
Right. Perfect.
I don't know how, maybe VR MMO is just a lot more secretive of people's stats.
Maybe. It's like you can't tell.
Can't tell?
It's just random, maybe. I don't know.
I'm sure you could just, there's a website to look people up. Woo! Where's our VR MMO stuff? Anyway.
You gotta wait like a generation or two. And then you will be fully immersed.
Fully immersed. That's what I'm down for, man. SAO style, even with the real death. I want real death included, okay? I need high stakes when I'm gaming. Poetry themed manga, Senryu Shoujo gets an anime in spring. It's a quick turnaround here for this announcement. Confirmed today that it's a romance comedy. Let's see if I can get some oh wait. Oh, okay. Woo, safe there. It says director, a series composition writer, alongside ignore that part. Anime character designer Maki Hashimoto from Death March to the Parallel World Rhapsody. At first I thought that was the writer, and I was like, oh, well, I'm kind of out now, but
right.
But it's not.
We've had our fair share of Death March. By fair share, I mean way too many episodes wasted.
Yeah, so it's a poetry manga. That's kind of weird. It's getting adapted.
That is strange.
They don't have like a. Oh wait. Here we go. It's sort of okay. The story of Senryu Shoujo follows Nanaka Yukishiro, who expresses her thought and feeling by writing Senryu, which is a Japanese short poetry. On the Christmas day when she was in 3rd grade at junior high, she joined a Senryu gathering and met Eiji Busujima, who was the same age as Nanako and an ex-delinquent boy. Nanako touched his kindness and had friendly sentiments towards him. Touched his kindness.
So that was a weird phrase.
What is that?
Touched his
kindness, like
Does he mean touched with kindness?
No, it just says Nanako touched his kindness and had friendly sentiments towards him. There's this whole sentence is weird. Had friendly sentiments towards him? Is this some like way of saying she touched his dick and they had sex or something? No, wait, that would be junior high, 3rd grade at junior high, whatever that is. Why is all this written weird? The two later passed the same high school and joined its literary club together.
Right.
All right, so
touched his kindness.
They'd be a little too young.
I'm gonna start saying that. I touched their kindness.
I'm here to touch your kindness, Logan. It's like, what?
Excuse me? What did you just say to me?
Okay. I'm trying to... Love is War is set to premiere on January 12th, 2019, so I'm cutting down the title. Here's Kaguya-sama wa Kakuretsushi Kakurasatai Tensei Tachi no Renai Zonosen Kaguya-sama Love is War. That's the title. There's not a... Is Love is War the shortening of that madness, or is that all part of the title and there's no English title that they usually give? There's no English title. They just call it Kaguya-sama Love is War. I guess that's the shortened version. So, if anybody knows what that's about, that's coming January 12th. Here we go. I always love... The story centers on Miyuki, Shirogane, and Kaguya Shinomiya, who are brilliant students at the prestigious Shuichian Academy and respectively hold... I hate Japanese words. Respectively hold the role of president and vice president of the student council. Though the two have secretly fallen in love for each other, nothing has happened between them for 6 months. Their pride are too high to be honest and would not let them to be the one confess. Instead, they have ended up thinking about how they can make the other confess their love first.
Interesting.
I actually read about this on my anime list, I think, when I was looking up all the spring anime. Now there's just an official day, like first day. So,
damn.
Maybe interesting. I don't know. We're gonna do something different from the spring season. We'll discuss that in our next year update video that comes out.
Oh, that sounds exciting.
We talked about it a little bit. We'll see what we do.
So.
Obviously, we'll have to do an update video within a couple weeks to set up expectations for our 2019 year.
Right. We kind of want to do some, I don't want to say different things, but I guess kind of different things.
It's different for us.
Right. Different types of things, I guess.
Expand our horizons.
Right. Yeah, that. We'll just keep it vague as possible until the video.
Yeah, until we have it fully figured out what we're going to do too.
Right.
Strike Witches. The spinoff is coming in spring 2019. Let's see. Strike Witches 501st Unit Taking Off is being adapted for TV. It's a spinoff of, I'm guessing, Strike Witches. Let's see where we got. The story of Strike Witches focuses on the humorous everyday adventures of the 501st team, such as cooking, cleaning, and doing laundry during their downtime between missions to combat the Neww. So, instead of their normal... I have no idea what the original non-spinoff is about. I guess the spinoff is just them lounging about. Instead of, I guess the other one has action in it. This one probably won't.
Perfect. I love lounging about and doing nothing.
Is that true?
Kinda.
If lounging about doing nothing means playing video games.
True. Depends what doing. I mean, not literally doing nothing. That would be boring.
Laundry. Whoo. Let's see here. Kemurikusa is going to be set for January 9th. So we're getting that. Amazon Prime gets a little bit of a jump on the premiere, though, with the streaming debut lined up for a whole 15 minutes prior. So,
What?
So if you want to watch 15 minutes ahead of everyone else, you go to Amazon Prime. What
Whoa.
kind of deal is 15 minutes? Like
Right.
we need an exclusive deal with you guys. What do you got? We can give you 15 minutes. We take it.
That's so dumb. That's not even a full episode length. Like 15 minutes. Is that like that sounds like a joke?
It does read like a joke, but it is real.
Well, I'll see you
They
15
didn't put a
minutes early.
little detail story here. Yeah, we did talk about it last week. Never mind. Okay, so it's 12 30-minute episodes. So yeah, you get half an episode first. So
Nice.
if you really need to watch 15 minutes ahead of everyone else so you can, I don't know, spoil it for the others when they're 15 minutes behind.
Just spoil the first 15 minutes. That's it. Because you don't know the rest of the damn episode.
But you'll get the last 15 minutes before the other people get the last 15.
True.
So you'll be like, dude, that main character dies. And I'm like, you bastard. I don't know if that's what will happen, but Evangelion's opening song, A Cruel Angel Thesis, tops Japan's karaoke rankings of 2018. I like how they do karaoke rankings.
That's pretty dope. That song is super good, though. It's so catchy.
Yeah, it is really good. So, yeah, it takes first. Let's see. We got a song from Doraemon as 2. Peace Sign from My Hero Academia at 3.
Hey.
I don't know what that is at 4. Don't know what that is at 5. So 6 is Zen Zen Sense from Your Name.
That's a good song, too.
And 7 is from the Doraemon movie. So we got 2. 8, 9, 10. Okay. Nothing I know. So, yeah. I'm glad we get karaoke charts. I would have never expected to see something like that. But hey, Evangelion kicking it strong since 97.
Well, I was say it's not like a new thing either. It's been out. It's old. Still kicking charts butts.
Yeah, it might be up there for one of the best openings.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Obviously, if it's still at the top of these charts. Okay, we got Rumiko Takahashi's new manga is set to launch early in spring 2019. Last work was Kyokai no Rene, which ended its 8-year serialization back in December 2017. I actually have no idea what this is. It's her 5th. The new one will be her 5th series. Oh, okay. She did Inuyasha.
She did Inuyasha?
Yeah, so...
Nice. She also...
Urusei Yatsura, Ranma, a half, which I know what that is. So,
yeah, I've heard of that.
Inuyasha's
old school.
Yeah, that ran from 96 to 2008.
Damn, it ran that long?
Yeah, and so I guess that she has sold more than 200 million copies of all her manga.
That sounds impressive. I don't know how that compares to
She's been selling them since 78. She's 61.
Oh my. She's a veteran.
Yeah.
She's a OG.
I'm sure whatever she does next is why people will be happy that it's coming, because, she's done good work.
All right. She's done things people really love, so makes sense.
That is true. Inuyasha is up there for one of the strong classics. Ooh, okay. ao-chanc can't study. Anime adaptation is now in the works. That their official Twitter opened today with a teaser. Oh, by open today, that would have been 5 days ago. So that's what happens when you read these stories.
Damn.
Here we go. When Al was in kindergarten, she smiled ear to ear as she told her classmates how her father, a best-selling erotic author, chose her name. A is an apple, O is an orgy. Her name's Al, A-O, so... That day still haunts her 10 years later as she studies with a single goal in mind. Get into an elite university and achieve independence from her father once and for all. She has no youth to spend and no time to think about boys until her classmate, King Normie Kojima, approaches her with a shocking confession of love. She tries to lose Kojima, but he just can't take a hint, and as her mind runs wild with impure thoughts, she realizes her father has totally influenced her. See, that kind of concept bothers me. All it takes is just to keep bothering the girl over and over after she clearly says no until she says yes. It's like, dude,
right.
Stop.
It's like
stop berating her and saying yes. Like,
right. Oof, as the people say.
But hey, I guess he gets her. And then she's also from a erotic author family, so some kinky stuff's going to happen in that relationship.
Damn.
Alright, here we got The Caring Fox, Senko-san. It's a comedy manga, confirmed to be getting a TV anime adaptation in the spring of 2019. So... let me see if I can find a description for this. They have no description. Oh, wait. Oh, here we go. Nakano, who has spent his days only by coming and going between his house and his so-called black company that exploits its employees. But his life starts changing when a divine fox spirit named Senko, 800 years old but looks like a young girl, visits.
Of course. Why wouldn't she? Why wouldn't it look like a young girl?
She starts taking care of him, who always comes home completely exhausted, offering meals, laundry, and her special service. In quotation marks.
Okay. And this is a comedy?
Yeah, healing comedy manga is how it's described.
Sure.
Sure, you
comedies are really hit or miss, though. I mean, just like any comedy, obviously.
Well, I guess you can say that for most genres, can't you?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I guess.
Getting pretty vague there, Logan.
But I feel like comedies are like you either really love it or hate it. Or not hate it, but like really love it or like, wow, this is the most boring shit ever.
Yeah, I see what you're saying there. Yeah, because it's like... because I guess you can have like laughs here and there, but like if the comedy's just not there, or if it's not
right, if it's not your style or sense of humor, it's gonna be, which isn't anything wrong with that. It's just that's just the nature of them, I guess. Obviously, I wasn't like some are good, some are bad.
Let's get out the big one. Funimation and Hulu announced expanded partnership. They've joined forces in what is now says a multi-year partnership and output deal. This marks Hulu's largest anime program agreement, which will expand its catalog with the addition of new subtitle and dub titles from Funimation. The partnership also grants Hulu a first look at U.S. streaming video on demand rights to future anime series Funimation plans to produce and release starting in 2019. So this will make Hulu and Funimation co-exclusive U.S. premiere homes for select new subbed and dubbed anime titles each year. Here's what the VP of Content Acquisition from Hulu said. Funimation has been a longtime partner of ours, and together we have curated a full library of the most sought-after anime series from all over the world on Hulu. With this new deal, we are doubling down on our investment to continue growing our world-class anime offering with even more shows that we know our viewers love to watch. Well, Hulu, you suck, so I will still never watch anything there.
I can't remember the last time I used Hulu.
So Hulu's got Disney coming in, and now they have Funimation. So they're expanding. They're getting out there. But Hulu still sucks.
Yeah.
The website sucks.
How much is Hulu?
I think you can do it free with ads or whatever.
Well, yeah, you can do it with that, but that's true. You can do it with ads. But I meant like.
But I think if you pay for it, there can sometimes still be ads.
This is starting at $6 a month. But I don't know if that's like a deal, you know?
Yeah, I don't know.
Wait, what? Hulu with a lot? Oh, with live TV. Who cares? I haven't used Hulu. I've used Hulu a select few of times.
I think I've used it like once, maybe twice, and it was not, a pleasant time of using it. So, words, please.
The words me. Pleasant. Hulu violated me.
Not a pleasant experience. That's what I was going for. Couldn't think of the word experience. Don't make fun of me.
I try not to.
Alright, that was actually quite a bit of stuff happening in anime this week. But of course, games was really big this week.
Right.
Games
is always big.
We had two showcases this week too. So we'll get to those at the end. So we'll start off with some of the lighter news before getting into the big stuff. But this is still big. Epic launched their game store to compete with Steam, which they actually have something going here. So Epic's only going to be taking 12% of the cut of sales on their platform, whereas Steam takes 30%. That's
very significant.
Yeah, Steam did launch a new thing like earlier last week, I think. So right before Epic's announced this, that the more your game sells, the less we'll take from it. But that only applies to, those people selling millions of copies.
Right, that only applies to like big name people or big games.
And indies haven't really been happy with Steam. I'm hoping Epic at least curates their store, whereas Steam lets everything on, and there's a whole bunch of those crappy, scummy $1 cash grab type games or whatever. Right. It's like, it just makes the store a mess and hard to find anything and get to where you need to go or whatever, and it hurts other indies who actually put
just
time
into oversaturates it with garbage.
So I'm hoping, and Epic definitely pulled in some incredible like indies onto the store. They have Journey, which is like one of the best PlayStation games. It's up there for like one of my favorite indie games, along with Bastion, which they got Hades on there, which comes from the people who made Bastion. So they picked up a couple strong indies, and of course they got some other big stuff coming their way. Several people have said they're going to be removed. One person, the builder, Satisfactory is a game. They removed their thing off Steam entirely, and they're just on the Epic Store now. So, and I'm sure there's going to be plenty more doing that. It's going to be like, why would we be here?
I feel like a lot of smaller games will do that. Yeah. Or maybe.
The big games will just do it because, the more platforms there are. But then again, a lot of them have been leaving Steam. Bethesda has their own store now, and I don't think you can get 76 on Steam.
I'm glad that there is competition to Steam. Steam was useful, and then it's just like,
My games are on so many different clients now.
Right. That is the it's like download this client, this client, this client, this client. It's like, okay.
Because like Ubisoft have some of my games on their client, and it's like, but I'd be fine with a lot of them moving towards Epic things, just so at least they're getting more of the split, because especially indies, all right,
right.
It's usually like a couple people working on them, so if they can get more of the split, that's always good. Jak and Daxter, whatever. Oh, is it Jak and Daxter? It's with an A, but I'm pretty sure I always say Jak and Daxter. But I think it's because when I was a kid or when I first saw these games, it stuck with me.
Jak and Daxter, Duckster.
It's being reprinted and getting a physical release on PS4. So it's gonna be I think all the games bundled into one and then sold. Okay, here we go. Only 7,500 copies will be printed. 2,500 collector's edition, 5,000 standard editions. They did say limited run, so I know a lot of people love these games. I didn't care for them.
I never really played them, to be honest.
To be honest, I'd rather play Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's like kind of the vibe it gives off. I haven't played Ratchet and Clank either, though, so what good am I?
No good whatsoever. Where are you at in gaming? Nowhere.
Apparently.
Unreal Tournament is no longer in active development. Here we go. Epic founder and CEO Tim Sweeney said Unreal Tournament remains available in the store but isn't actively developed. We've recently worked with GOG on making classic Epic game titles available, and we're planning to bring more of them to the store in their original works. So I guess that means they're going to be bringing back some of the Unreal Tournament games. I don't remember if Quake was under them or not. I don't think it was. I'm trying to think of other classic titles that they have. But it is weird. Usually, it is kind of sad to say. I think instead of keeping it in this early access in the middle of nowhere for so long, that they should have just fully developed the game and released it, and I'm sure it would have done well. Unreal Tournament is some of my favorite shooter. It's what I played all the time as a kid because the bots and stuff were just really fun. But the fact that it's not being developed anymore, kind of sad. They should have certain games you just can't leave in early access for 3-4 years. I think it's been in early access since 2014. They've been slowly doing stuff with it. I think mostly to test their Unreal Engine 4 is what it was. Which of course,
I feel like early access is a good way, to get people to your game. But if it stays in early access, it's a good way to give a shitty impression of your game. If that makes sense.
Yeah, especially when you have someone as big as Epic working on it, you probably should have. This probably should have been done by now and in a full release.
Yeah.
Not in limbo, which is why it's not being worked on anymore. Black Ops 4 is selling a PC exclusive bundle without zombies, so it has a lower price of $30. The full price is technically $40, but has been dropped as part of an ongoing sale that will last till January 6th. So at $30, that's the same price as PUBG, but you get multiplayer and Blackout. So
I feel like this is a direct target towards PUBG.
That is their closest competitor because Fortnite is just so vastly different.
Right, it's a different genre entirely. Or not genre, but style.
Yeah. And Blackout has a huge update coming out the day this goes up, so Monday. And I think Tuesday a lot of it comes out as well, where they're going to be changing up the Blackout map, adding a whole bunch of stuff to it. PUBG doesn't really change their maps, they just come out with a new one every so often. I feel like keeping one map and just changing it seems to be the best way to go from the development side. That's what Fortnite does. And as long as you can keep it fresh. Yeah, if you bring out a new map, yeah, you get something different to play, but it's eventually becomes the same map.
Right. I think Fortnite has got a good solid I don't want to say system, but process of handling. They keep your interest by I can't really word this how I want to.
By adding new stuff that you're wanting
they keep it fresh, I guess you could say.
And they're like, oh, some stuff changed on the map. It's like, oh, I want to see what changed, what has or hasn't happened.
Right.
Because that is their update. They said was coming. It's for Blackout at least, they're like, oh, hey, we're going to be changing the maps. Can you find all the changes in it? And it's like, well, you issued a challenge, okay.
All right. Oh, I'll show you.
It's like, look at all these differences. But yeah, I actually kind of look out for the changes. Excited to see what they do. I know they're adding snow and stuff to be all festive. PUBG doesn't really make such things festive. It's just, you know, big competition came in. You had a huge lead. You gave yourself a chance. But then you stopped giving yourself a chance, PUBG.
All right, you coasted at the end, and then you got surpassed multiple times.
Final Fantasy 15, A New Empire, which is their freemium battle city builder smartphone game, kind of like, was it Crash or what? Clash? I think some of those other games in there. Made about $1 million a day throughout November. So
Jesus.
Smartphone games, dude, they bring in money. 42%. 42% of the spending came from the US, 28% from Japan. So people were spending a lot of money on this game. It has made $485 million globally since its launch in June 2017. This game is so cheap to make. It's just an easy little mobile game. I know it's so cheap to make. It looks cheap.
All right, that's
but
a
if you
lot
got
of money.
the audience, people love mobile games. That's why it surprised me 42% of that spending came from the US.
All right. People do love mobile games.
It's like
Like an unhealthy obsession towards mobile games.
They spend a lot of money on them, that's for sure.
I would say, as in it takes your bank.
I played mobile games, but I never spent money on them.
Yeah, same here.
I don't play mobile games anymore now because there's no, I don't even know why it was before, to be honest. I think it was like, I have time to kill. I'll just play 5 minutes here on my phone. Now I just read or whatever.
Now I just read or whatever.
Pretty much.
Or whatever. I do something. I fill that time with something.
Kind of funny. Did a game showcase over the weekend. So after the Game Awards was Thursday, I'll talk about this first before getting to the Game Awards, because the Game Awards was pretty big. So the showcase Kind of Funny Games did was for indie games. They showed like trailers and stuff for 69 games. Yes, they went for the meme of 69 on purpose. They had some big people there, and then they had a lot of basically showcase just for indie developers. It was an hour long, really good pace, and it was actually really cool. A lot of interesting stuff was popping up. First of all, we got the release trailer for Super Meat Boy Forever, which is going to be coming out in April 2019. We talked about it for a little bit the other day, so
yeah. I did like the original Super Meat Boy. It was super fun.
Yeah, this one looks just as cool. It's got like punching and kicking now. And like there's like enemies that'll be like in the way, you can punch through them, but at the same time kind of like by punching you throw your momentum a little forward, so it keeps you up in the air a little bit as you're going down a little bit. So you have to use that mechanics in there when you're platforming too. So
yeah, that's pretty cool.
Be a little more of a challenge. There's a few others. Adam's Ascending looks kind of cool. He did a live action trailer with a little gameplay at the end. It was fun. They were like, well, he told us he wanted to do a live action. We were like, dude, that's a huge mistake. That's ambitious. Why would you ever do that? But it's like, but it turned out pretty decent, and it's actually a pretty good live action gameplay. It's on Kickstarter now, so you want to check that out. It's called Adam's Ascending. Looks kind of cool. It's kind of like a space thing going on. The one I thought they showed was Operencia, The Stolen Sun. It's coming sometime in 2019. There is a Steam page for it right now. You can add it to your wish list and stuff to wait for it to actually get a date. Looks beautiful. Kind of like a dungeon crawler kind of thing. Old style fight. It just looks really, really just graphically amazing. And a lot of these, it's just cool to see things being made by one or two people. And the work that they've done, it's like, damn. Why can't I be that one person who's good at things.
Why can't that be me? Have
Uh,
you just tried making one better?
I can't even make. So no.
Okay, well, I was just helping out, you know.
One of the big announcements they got to talk about was Danganronpa. The trilogy is coming to PS4. Normally, all of them were on Vita. I think a couple of them hit Steam, but now the full trilogy is coming to PS4. So that's some pretty big news. The other one that stood out to me, they're honestly a lot more big out. There are some bigger ones in there, but not to my interest. Fate Tactics looked alright. I'm just looking through the full list of stuff right now. But Storm Divers, it's a battle royale kind of sci-fi. It comes from the same people who did Resogun, which was a launch game on PS4, which they're known for arcade games. So this one was different. But because it comes from a great team, it does, pique my interest. They also showed The Walking Dead, the final season, episode 3 trailer, which comes January 15th. So the people who have been waiting to finish that, you're finally getting some stuff out of it to say, hey, they're going to finish it.
After that wild roller coaster ride involving The Walking Dead.
Yeah, after the crappy stuff that happened.
Just the ups and downs.
Let's talk about the Game Awards show.
Ooh.
Game Awards. A lot of announcements, a lot of trailers. Let's first go over the winners of the categories. First of all, I do want to think it was really cool that Sean Layden, Phil Spencer, and Reggie all came out onto the stage together to present. So seeing the heads from each Sony, Nintendo,
right,
and Microsoft all in it, like, hey, we're here for the gamers. We're doing this for the gamers. We're doing this for you. It's like, competition's good, and it's like, yeah, it was just cool to see them all together. It was pretty big. Game of the year, we got God of War. Actually, not really surprised when looking at it was up against Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Celeste, which Celeste was an indie game. Really cool to see that in there for Game of the Year. Marvel's Spider-Man, Monster Hunter World, Red Dead Redemption 2. So, God of War. Out of all those, I voted for God of War. Personally, I don't think it was my Game of the Year, but it was there. Best ongoing game was Fortnite. No surprise there.
Yeah, like, shocking.
Still not even out of early access.
Well,
they might as well just remove that, right? It is technically, I'm pretty sure, still in early access.
Maybe they just forgot to.
Maybe. Yeah. So no surprise there. Best game direction was God of War. I personally, that was against A Way Out, Detroit Become Human, Spider-Man, Red Dead Redemption 2. I think Detroit Became Human should have got it, at least to me. Maybe A Way Out. Never played A Way Out, but that did some interesting stuff. Best narrative went to Red Dead Redemption 2.
Woo! Cowboys.
It was up against God of War, Detroit Become Human. I probably would have given it Detroit Become Human, but that's up there for, I think, my Game of the Year. I'm not sure. Best art direction went to Return of Obra Dinn. I don't know what that is, in all honesty.
I haven't even heard of that.
I haven't either.
Interesting, I guess.
I voted for Octopath Traveler in that category. So I don't know what kind of, because Red Dead Redemption 2 was in there for some reason. But I'm not a fan. The ones that I'm not a huge fan of is fan voting to choose winners and stuff in this.
Yeah, fan voting's kind of lopsided.
Because it just becomes who had the most fans or whatever. So I'm surprised Red Dead Redemption 2 to sweep everything. But I don't know. I guess Return of Obra Dinn must have a decent crowd. I don't know. Best score music went to Red Dead Redemption 2. I think
I
There's
remember we talked about this a bit.
yeah, I don't. It's just the most generic Western music because all Western music is generic at this point.
Right. It didn't really do, I don't know. Like,
The same song you've heard in every Western you've ever.
right, I'll say most westerns, it just all sounds very the same.
Yeah, I voted for Octopath Traveler in that one. Celeste. I have never played Celeste, but I have heard the music from it. It's pretty good. Maybe see, I don't know. The other ones, I don't think I'm gonna give it to, like Spider-Man or anything like that, but not Red Dead Redemption 2. Best audio design went to Red Dead Redemption 2. It was competing at, I think that probably should have went to Forza Horizon 4. They always do some of the best audio work when it comes to vehicle sounds and everything, at least over the others, but hey. Best performance went to Roger Clark as Arthur Morgan, Red Dead Redemption 2. I voted for Brian Deckard as Connor from Detroit Become Human. Just getting my personal opinions in there so people know.
Just
let people know.
I want people to know I loved Detroit Becomes Human.
Dude, it's such a good game. Games for Impact, winner was Celeste. Best independent game was Celeste. Best mobile game was Florence. Best VR AR game went to Astrobot. Like, some of these, I need to play some of these VR games. Astrobot, Moss, Tetris Effect. Tetris Effect, I would have got it if it wasn't $40. And then Beat Saber, I need to play as well. Best action game went to Dead Cells, which was interesting when it was up against like Destiny, Call of Duty, Far Cry.
That's surprising.
Indie kind of Metroidvania game. Best action adventure game went to God of War. Best role-playing game went to Monster Hunter World, which I've heard some arguments about that one. It's just kind of weird because it's technically not an RPG to an extent because it doesn't have the RPG mechanics RPGs have. Whereas all the others do. Dragon Quest XI, Ni no Kuni 2, Octopath Traveler, Pillars of Eternity, which are all hardcore RPGs. Monster Hunter World is kind of in its own little thing that is hard to place. I guess they placed it in RPG.
I could see it, I guess.
It's just how they define RPG and stuff. It's different across the board because it doesn't have like I don't think it really has the leveling up mechanics or anything like that. I think it's just, you break their armor and you can upgrade your armor and everything, but you're not really upgrading your stats.
Right.
Best fighting. I voted for Octopath Traveler. Did I vote for Dragon Quest XI? I don't even remember. I think it was Dragon Quest XI. Best fighting game was Dragon Ball Fighter Z. Best family game was Overcooked 2. Best strategy game was Into the Breach. I was surprised about that one. Mostly all indie games in best strategy game besides Valkyria Chronicles 4, which is the one I voted for. Banner Saga 3 would have been my second incredible game. Best sports racing game, Forza Horizon 4, no surprise there. Best multiplayer game, Fortnite, no surprise there. I like how Sea of Thieves was thrown in there. Was there no freaking multiplayer games dropping this year that we have Sea of Thieves and Monster Hunter World competing against Fortnite? Of course Fortnite was going to win. Best student game, Combat 2018, which has a new name now. I don't remember what they called it.
It switched it up.
It's kind of cool they did best student game. That was new. Best debut indie game, The Messenger. Best esports game, Overwatch. Over League of Legends. Bit of a surprise.
Yeah, that is. It's even over, I guess, like CSGO and stuff too.
Yeah, over CSGO, Dota 2, Fortnite. Fortnite has a lot of... Yeah, it's big, but most people still have issues watching it and competing in it because of how they do the rule sets and they still haven't figured it out.
Right.
Best esports player, Sonic Fox. Cool guy, at least from watching him. Best esports team.
Tekken, right?
Yeah, he was the as he describes, he's a furry, gay, and all that. So yeah, like he's hilarious though. Best esports team, Cloud9. Best esports,
a lot of success.
best esports coach, Reaper, Cloud9. Best esports event, League of Legends World Championship. No surprise there. They're always big for the World Championships.
Right, they go all out. They go crazy.
Best esports host, Shox. I voted
Not
for
surprised by
Shox.
that.
Shox she's awesome. Best esports moment, Cloud9 comeback win in triple OT versus FaZe and the E League. And then content creator of the year, Ninja.
Surprise, surprise.
I'm not surprised.
Man.
He deserves it. I mean,
Oh yeah, I'm not surprised either. The
what
man
he's done this year is massive on YouTube and Twitch.
Streams to cities, pretty much. That's how many subscribers.
Like content creator of the year,
viewers.
as people were saying though, they should call it Fortnite creator of the year because it was Dr. Lupo, Myth, Ninja, Pokimane, Willie Rex. All their clips shown were Fortnite clips.
Right,
So,
but I mean, it was. I mean,
it's like,
what
what else are you
would
gonna pull up there? Yeah, it's like, what other content creators are gonna compete with them? That's
right.
not Fortnite, right?
I mean, Fortnite was the new game, pretty much. So of course, there's going to be a lot of new content creators for that game.
And I think the other thing people are upset about is just streamers and no non-streamer was put in there. It is.
Yeah.
Streamers are now more catered to, I think, than like YouTube creators and stuff. But
yeah, it's. I
'cause you
mean,
think, like, what about,
they're
like,
technically both, but
Yeah,
yeah,
because-
they were streamers first.
yeah, like it's kind of like, why would not like Ali A or something be in there, right?
Yeah,
Who's
true.
Massive. It says
Damn, I didn't realize Ninja also has 20 million subs
yes,
on YouTube.
Yes,
That's pretty nutty.
he's massive everywhere. And he's gotten there. So those were all the awards. Obviously, we got game announcements. There are some. I'm gonna talk about the ones that kind of interest me, and then I don't care about Far Cry. Scavengers look kind of interesting. Probably to me, because of how it is, and like, your survival game, a competitor shooter, and co-op explorations. They called it a cooperative, is what they called it. I think is this game. To me, it looks like the board game, just not as a board game, but as a video game. The big one, of course, Obsidian, The Outer Worlds. These are the people who did the original Fallout New Vegas, Pillars of Eternity, but they're going back to that Fallout kind of style, which, of course, they were bought out by Microsoft recently, but this is not Microsoft exclusive. It is going to be on everything, and I think that's because they already had those contracted in before Microsoft bought them, that it was going to come to PlayStation.
That makes sense.
Because obviously they had this in the works for a while.
Right.
Dragon Age showed a little bit of a teaser. It was expected, but hey, that's all we got. We got a teaser. It was a dragon and some stuff going on. Looked like the soulless face, I guess. So we got that. The Last Campfire was an indie game. It's from Hello Games. So the people who did No Man's Sky, completely on the opposite end. Instead of massive, it's small, but it looked kind of interesting. The one that piqued our interest, Atlas, which is from the people who did Ark Survive. Massive MMO.
It looks very exciting, I'd say.
Yes, that only
kind of came out of nowhere. I feel like I
had not seen anything about it. Early access December 13th.
We'll probably check it out. It
Depends
looks
on
interesting.
how much it costs for early access, though.
Yeah, true. But I mean, there's people that love Ark. I heard it's actually super fun now, or like has become super fun.
True.
We have a friend obsessed with Ark too, so.
I would not be jumping in on Arc ever, but Atlas I might, because they were like riding dragons, fighting a kraken. There's like boat
You have like pirate
battles.
ships.
I think I'm pretty sure they said 40,000 in a world.
It said, I'm pretty sure it said 40,000.
I'm pretty sure the guy said that during the interview, and I was like,
yeah,
did I just hear that right? Because that's insane. That's why their boat battle. They had like 6 boats filled of people shooting, fighting the kraken, and I was like, damn.
Yeah, their description on Steam says the ultimate survival MMO of a scale of 40,000 plus simultaneous players in the same world.
That is insane.
That's nuts. I feel like
that's their whole player base in one server.
I know, it's like pretty much everyone's playing on the same server.
That is.
Dude,
I'm gonna check it out just for that, mostly to see how it's 40,000 on one server. Like that's gotta run awful, right?
I was gonna say, I feel like there's gonna be server issues constantly.
When servers overloaded, there was 60,000 people on one somehow.
Right. What happens if it does get like super? Let's just hypothetically get super popular. We're just gonna be like 300,000 on one world.
We're expanding the world with our next expansion, and there's gonna be this many people on one server. It's like we expanded the ocean, so you had the massive. It'd be like EVE Online, but on the ground and not.
But in the water.
And non-water and everything, because it looks like boats are a small portion.
Yeah, it looks like
it's just the whole world.
Crazy. Like
I'm getting a dragon, dude. If someone kills my dragon, I'm rage quitting. But I'm getting a dragon.
I'm quitting. I'm about, all right, that was fun, but fuck you. I'm out. Yeah.
The Pathless by Giant Squids. They made Abzu. Probably my favorite looking indie game show there, besides Hades. I already talked about Hades a little bit earlier. So, Pathless, definitely looking fantastic. One of my friends that's a game developer tweeted about it too, how he thought it looked cool. Obviously, Mortal Kombat 11 was shown, coming out in April. I don't play Mortal Kombat. I haven't played a Mortal Kombat since 2. So...
I can't even remember the last one I played.
The trailers, though, always epic. Just completely bloody, gory. They always have incredible trailers showing off the combat you'll never actually see because it's all rendered.
Damn.
Let's see. I'm going through all these lists. Let's see. I guess PUBG showed their new map. Woo.
Woo.
Obviously, Journey on PC is a big thing for the Epic Store. The other one, Ancestors Humankind Odyssey, look kind of weird. You're basically 10 million years in the past, and you're like when gorillas were becoming humans. It's kind of like you're like half gorilla, half human, and it's like, and as the game was playing, it showed like years passing, like 10,000s of years passing. So you're basically evolving or whatever as a character.
Yeah.
And somebody in the stream was like, "This all happens in real time." So you basically have to play 10,000 years to evolve.
Perfect. Real time game.
I'm slowly evolving to a human. That was in Game Awards, though. Obviously, there's a lot more stuff. You want to look at the stuff that doesn't interest me, but could interest you. A lot of them were interesting. I definitely recommend the game, like looking at those trailers and the kind of funny games, like indies games, because they showed 69 indies. Well, I guess 3 weren't indies, but the rest were indies. Some of them look amazing. I think, doesn't matter the size of the team.
Right.
Well, let's get into movies now. Since we got some of the big trailers dropping.
The big time.
We got several Marvel trailers. Captain Marvel dropped another trailer.
Yep.
Still entertaining looking. I'm definitely down. Because I have to watch them all anyway, so I can understand all the next Avengers movie. Not be like, who the hell is this Captain Marvel? Where does she come from? And why is she so strong?
It's definitely gonna be watched. I feel obligated to watch it, obviously.
Yeah, exactly. So get ready for that. Then the big trailer, Avengers Endgame.
The end game. We're in the end game,
I
man.
watched this trailer like 4 or 5 times.
I did too. It dropped while I was at work, and I just kept watching it over and over again. I was like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, I watched it definitely a few times in a row. I'm excited.
I'm
What's
extremely
happening
excited.
with Tony Stark? Who's going to save him? Someone pull him out of space.
I feel like, I don't know. Maybe Thor. Maybe Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel on the way.
Right. It'd be a good like tie-in. Tony Stark would be like, who the hell are you?
I'm here to save you. But
It's gonna be crazy. This is like closing the, I don't want to say the book on the Marvel universe, because obviously it'll keep going. But
yeah,
like the original, this is like the origins, or
the end of the origin.
Right. This is like closing the book. We'll open a new book, but this is closing of the first book.
Book 1. Now we got another 10 years of other Marvel characters, right? It was such a dark trailer too. Like everyone's like,
right.
Like we don't know where everyone is. You see the the board of like MIA or dead or whatever. Like they just don't know who's been snapped, who hasn't been snapped. So they're like assuming. You see like Shura is one of the ones that shows on. Obviously, it shows Scott Lang on the board, but obviously he's alive.
Yeah.
I need to watch Ant-Man and the Wasp because apparently it's very integral to the next movie because of that whole other like dimension thing he can go into or whatever.
Yeah.
Or time traveling, something. Who knows? I need to watch it so I know. Thanos, he's just too strong.
He's too. He's like have to face round 2 though. The Avengers aren't done. So like we're getting our people back. All right. I don't know what they're gonna do, but god damn it, they better win.
Yeah, I have no idea. Ant-Man obviously breaking up the darkness of the trailer, giving us the light at the end. Freaking love the first Ant-Man movie. I need to watch the second one so bad. I need to do it. Actually, I just love all the Marvel movies except for Thor 2 and the first Thor.
I don't mind the first Thor. Thor 2, I was like, Jesus, please get me out.
Oh well. We'll see you. I'm just so ready, dude. And they pushed up the release date a week, so it's even closer now.
It's in April.
Yeah, April 27th.
April has everything dropping.
So that'll be big. I'm so excited. I'm sure everyone else is excited. And then the Spider-Man trailer got delayed. Spider-Man Far From Home was supposed to drop. The trailer was supposed to drop Saturday.
Damn, I'm sad.
Yeah. So yeah, trailer got delayed. As for date, now I'm hearing December 18th, but not sure. So, well,
another damn Marvel's got me wrapped around their finger. Jesus Christ.
Pretty sure there was supposed to be another trailer dropping for James Gunn's DC movie this weekend. But I didn't see anything about that. Maybe it did. I don't know.
Maybe it did. I just can't.
Was he working on Shazam? No, he wasn't working on Shazam. Somebody else was. I don't know. But yeah, big trailers. Big trailers. Except for Spider-Man. When did it get delayed? How am I supposed... Now I have to wait to talk about your trailer. How dare ye? How did your trailer get delayed? What are you doing?
Yeah, what? Come on. Just, just release it. Isn't it that easy? Just give us the trailer.
Yeah, the production was wrapped, so for Spider-Man Homecoming. Which is probably they're just finishing up editing and everything and all that stuff. We have all these movies lined up, so
I'm ready. I'm ready for a good year of movies and shows and anime and video games.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
ready to never leave my house. Except to go to the movies.
Except to go to the movies, which I'm excited to do. And yeah, that does it for this week.
Week 19.
Yeah, week 19.
Damn.
Oh, that's
Crazy.
a really decent sized week. So, okay, everyone. Thank you for joining. We be talking. As always.
Thanks.
Yeah, thanks. Okay. As always, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Let us know your opinions or thoughts on anything. Leave some questions, feedback, what you would like us to talk about as a topic or anything like that. You can always leave them here on YouTube or send them to us directly by joining our Discord in the description below, hitting us up on Twitter at Lord Ziltoid and at LSButler32. They're also in the description below. Or you can email us at couchtalkyt@gmail.com. And yeah, that does it. So until next week, peace out.
See ya.